Okay, just give me 10 seconds. Okay, Assam, go ahead.
Which of the following is primary objective of the develop team process? Establish the ground rules for team interactions. Engage functional managers to become more involved. Transform individual team resources into high performance collaborative team. Like it makes more sense. And lastly, obtain the resource required to complete the actual project work. So first two I would include exclude first two options, and C and D are more like sound more reasonable. And among these two, transform individual team resources into high performance. Obtain the resources required to complete the actual project. C, I would go with C actually.
Yeah, this is basically more of an acquired team.
Yeah.
We have acquired team, we have management, we have acquired, development, managed team.
Yes.
So this goes more towards the option C in that case. So guys, if any of you are unclear about any question, you guys can directly ask, okay? Because this is important while we are going through the questions to understand properly what is the purpose of this question, what is being asked in this question, okay? Thank you, Sam. Okay, so Zakaria, would you like to answer the next question?
Yes. Okay, conflict within projects is unavoidable. What is considered to be the most effective method of resolving conflict in order to create a win-win scenario? A, directing, B, compromising, C, smoothing, D, collaborating. Okay, most effective method would be compromising, which would be a win-win situation.
Yes, Zakaria. This is a very easy
Yes,
question.
so
Yeah. This is a very easy question, brother.
yeah, I'm just tired. I would do compromising. Someone has to lose something, so I will eliminate that. Directing is kind of forcing them to do it. Smoothing, which leaves smoothing and collaborating. I will go with C, smoothing.
Nope. The question says, which is the most effective? Collaboration.
Collaborating. Yeah.
Collaboration means problem solving. Collaboration means confronting the problem. Compromise basically come here.
Yeah.
It's more of a lose-lose. Directing come here. You force your directions. And smoothing basically, smoothing is like delaying the conflict till you are prepared for some time.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Santosh?
Yeah. A company is constructing recycling plants in 15 countries around the world. The head of project management office wants more timely progress reporting and experience sharing between project managers in these geographically distant projects. Which methods might the PMO borrow from Agile to fulfill this need? Select two. Which methods PMO borrows from Agile? Backlog refinement calls, electronic Kanban board, virtual daily stand-up meetings, definition of done review calls, 2-week retrospective calls. One would be, since it's a virtual, then we need to take care of the communication method. We need to switch to electronic. So one would be the electronic Kanban board. And 2-week retrospective calls.
Why this? Why? Your answer is right. I need a justification.
No, first of all, when he's asking about update, he has to know what exactly has happened in the project and what exactly needs to be done, to stay on track. So the nearest thing would be then retrospective calls. So
Okay.
that was the logic
Well done.
actually.
Well done. Well done. Thank you. Okay. Vakas?
Where early in the project, you realize that the number of stakeholders listed on your stakeholder register is significantly smaller than other projects of similar size and scope that you have completed in your company. Which of the following document could be most helpful in identifying new project stakeholders as the project progresses? Project calendar, no. Resource calendar, assumption, no. The change log. So A is eliminated because the project calendar is not identified as which of the following document could be most identifying new project stakeholders as the project progresses. So resource calendar also will be eliminated. Assumption log and change log.
Yes, my friend.
Change D. I will go to the G.
And
Change
that's a
log.
very good answer. Since as we move in the project, the change log will be continuously updated to see all the changes. So that can represent that thing. Well done, my friend. Okay. Vijay?
Which of the following would have the least influence on the project team? Specialist in the team, communication among stakeholders, team environment, geographical location of team members. A project manager in the process of managing team resources and maximizing performance. Sir, it is least influencing, sir, in the project team. So specialist in the team, it's not, and communication among stakeholders, no, it's not between the team. And team environment, it is the environment influencing, and geographical location of team members.
What is the answer?
Probably I go with C, sir, team environment.
Okay. You go with the team environment. Why do you go with the team
Because
environment?
geographical location of the team members is a virtual co-location, means geographical location there where the team members are located in geographically different parts of world. And communication among stakeholders, it's not between the stakeholders, it's between the project team members. So I go with team environment.
No. What about a specialist or any other thing? How the specialist
Because
can have
sir, specialists will have influence, sir, because they are experienced, highly experienced people. So between the team members, the specialists can influence the team members. But the environment, it does not impact anyhow, sir.
the
And
question?
geographical location is also.
The question is saying, Vijay, which of the following would have the least influence on the project team? A project manager is in the process of managing teams and resources. Which of the following would have least effect on this? The team environment. If team environment
Okay, communication among stakeholders.
How? First, now you choose your answer. Vijay, now you change your answer. Can you elaborate why you change your answer? Vijay, I always say, brother, whenever you eliminate any answer, you must have a justification. Now so I read the statement again. You suddenly change your answer. So why you change your answer and why now B is the answer? Can you clarify me?
Because communication among the stakeholders is not relevant to the team, sir.
Team does
And the
not come, the team member does not come under stakeholders. Who's a stakeholder? Any team, any person who may or may be affected by the project.
affected by the project.
So team members does not come under stakeholders.
Yeah, they come, sir.
So how can you eliminate B option? Vijay, my friend, very important. Whenever you answer the question, you need to go into depth. Why this is the right answer? Why this is the wrong answer? What you are doing? This is called prefrontal cortex. So we think from our brain. There are two type of brain: fast brain and slow brain. The one, oh, this is answer. Go ahead. Other understand the context. What is a problem that is being addressed in the question? What is a problem that we need to solve? Okay, what is the problem that we need to solve? And here the question, the problem is saying which of the factors, which of the things will not have influence on the project team. Team environment, the team is co-located or not. Geographic location, we cannot have osmotic communication if we don't have geographically, if we have geographically distributed. Team environment, if it is adverse environment, it is not respected, it will affect. Communication, if there is no communication, how you can do anything? Specialist in the team, how he can have an effect on the influence, which would have a least influence on the project in the team. How this will have an influence? We are always talking about T-type leaders. Okay. So how, brother, you need to go into depth for some questions. This is very important. Okay.
Okay.
A is the right answer. Okay. Bajat,
Yes, sir.
please.
How does quality relate to the project scope? Quality meets the scope by completing the needs, whether stated or implied. Quality exists to satisfy project scope. Quality is the measuring of the scope of project. Quality, whether stated or implied, is to meet the needs, whether stated or implied, by completing the scope. Quality meets the scope by completing the needs, whether stated or implied. It is the measuring of the scope. C is eliminated. Quality is measuring the scope of project. We don't measure scope of project by quality. Quality, whether stated or implied, is to meet the needs, whether stated or implied, by completing the scope. Might be D.
B.
D.
D. Okay.
Yes.
This is your final answer.
Yes.
And this is the right answer. Well done, my friend. So what is basically quality if you relate it to the deliverable comes to quality? Okay.
Yes.
And it becomes verified deliverable. So quality, whether stated or implied, is to meet the needs. It must meet, and this verified deliverable goes to validate scope and become accepted deliverable. So first they meet the needs, then they state it, they comply with the scope. Okay, well done, my friend. Good answer. Okay. Amer, would you like to answer?
Yes, sure. In defining the multiple subsidiary plans that make up the project management plan, you start developing the scope management plan. Defining the multiple. Okay. Which of the following documents would likely to be used during the creation of scope management plan? Which of the following documents would likely to be used during the creation of scope management plan? Project charter, scope management plan, business case, quality management plan, requirements management plan. In definition of multiple project. So which documents is used in scope management plan? business case, quality management plan, performance management plan. I would say D, Amer, requirements management plan.
Why? How do you make project scope statement?
So scope is what tasks need to be.
Yeah, but where do we get the initial scope? Which document tells us what is the initial scope?
From the project charter.
So why that is not the input?
Okay, yeah. I guess I
Amer,
got confused.
you need to work on elimination technique here.
Right.
Okay. Vikas, did you answer the question? Vikas,
Yes.
you did the you
Yeah,
answered the
already done.
question.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, already.
Umar Sadiq,
Yes, sir.
please do.
Which of the following variables should the team calculate in order to meet the reporting requirements established? In the creation of the communication management plan, your team defined a requirement that monthly updates be provided to key stakeholders that details the expected cost to finish all the remaining work. Which of the following variables should the team calculate in order to meet the reporting requirement established? WBS, work breakdown structure, estimated actual cost, BAC, and ETC. To update the expected cost. Yes, sir. It will be B.
It will be B. Okay, let's work with this. So provided to the that details the expected cost to finish all of the remaining project. They are not asking total cost. They are asking remaining project. How much more money will required? So what is the answer now?
More money, then it will be ETC.
Brother, the question clearly states, I'm not saying anything. The question is saying key stockholders expected cost to finish the remaining project work. So put a lot of attention on the wording of the question.
Yes,
Okay?
sir, that confused me. I did not focus on the remaining project.
Why you did not focus? Did the question tell you these are the words in bold and these are the words that are not bold? Huh? The question didn't say. It was straightforward estimate to complete. So this kinds of formula question can come in the exam. Without any formula, you must be able to answer them. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Arvind, would you like to answer? Arvind? Okay, I guess Arvind is mute. Irfan Khan?
Sir, I can hear. Yes,
Yeah, go ahead.
hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Answer the question.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what agile approach would be appropriate in this case? Flow-based, extreme, predictive, incremental. A cultural event project has distinct work package of varying distinct duration comprised of tasks that cannot be predictably scheduled. What agile approach would be appropriate in this case? Project has packages, durations. So it's so it's a flow based. I eliminated.
What is the answer?
Flow based eliminated flow based. First A is eliminated. So I go between B and D. So
Come again. You go with
B and D. I choose. It's B.
What is extreme? Can you explain me? You are choosing B, na? B for ball.
Sorry, sir. No, sir. D. D.
Okay, D. How
D.
you are going?
D4.
Okay, the question.
Yes.
What is the question saying? What agile approach would be appropriate in this case? The question saying that varying duration. I put the
What
highlighted
agile? What agile? Yes,
varying
sir.
duration.
It is the agile approach.
Yeah, okay, it is the agile approach. That I agree. Okay, it is an agile approach.
It is I found
Arvind, please listen.
incremental.
Okay, you are saying incremental. I totally understand. We eliminated predictive from it because it is not an agile approach. So
Yes.
incremental, we have fixed duration or varying duration.
Not. It's not fixed duration.
How not fixed duration? Don't we have the iteration of 2 weeks?
Yes, sir. You're right. Yeah.
Brother, this is
Yes.
the question of Kanban, in
Yes.
which the user studies even may have different time. So they cannot, like tasks cannot be predictably scheduled. They cannot do that. The user stories can come up, down, all those things. So at that time, you
Okay.
will use flow base. Okay? Flow base.
Okay, sir.
Flow base is basically Kanban.
Okay,
Arvind,
okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
need more work. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Irfan,
Sure.
Irfan, would you like to answer the question?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Which document should you provide the stakeholder? Burn down chart, schedule network diagram, activity list, WBS. A high power, high influence stakeholder has requested a summary of the amount of work completed and what work remains. Burn down charts, activity list.
Yes, please.
Sir, it's option B.
B is schedule network diagram. It's
Yes, sir.
like this. How it will show how much work is done and completed. How it will tell you. Tell me, Irfan, how
Sir,
it is gonna tell you how much work has been done. The question, what does the question, Irfan, again, guys, again, most of the time you are doing, please first define what is the problem in the question. Irfan, what was the problem? What is the issue?
Sir, actually, there's a problem because high-level manager is not interested in detail work. He actually wants the summary of the work. Summary.
So if you give burn down chart,
burn down chart, yes.
Can it tell or not tell?
Sir, it's tell.
So how did you answer, Irfan? How did you jump towards B option? Yeah, they can please see na. You need to define the problem, how you will solve it, and then use elimination technique. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
brother,
sir.
This is very important. Like you are bypassing all those things. Please don't bypass the steps.
Sir.
Define the problem, how you are gonna solve it, and then eliminate the options. Na.
Sir.
You just checked. I am making diagram, so it has to be B. That is not a good way. That is not a good way. Yeah, Chakra.
Amer, actually, I was also initially thinking about A, but the question what work remains is, like what are the user stories remains? Like in the burn down chart, we will get how many user stories are remaining.
No, who says that? Okay, I'll come to that later on. First, tell me what else is the answer?
No, I mean, I go with A only, but it was, that.
First, Chakra, first of all, the first thing is elimination technique. Tell me any other option has anything in that or no?
No.
The first thing is, yeah.
Or wrong.
The second thing, burn down chart. 100 user stories remaining. 100 user story, here will be 0. Let's say we have completed up to now 25. So are we getting variance or not?
Yes, we are getting.
Then how you can say, Chakra?
No, I mean the question or the doubt
the question is not. The question is very crystal clear. There is no confusion in the question. It's the definition of burn down, burn up chart. I
Okay.
mostly agree with you, but I strongly disagree with you what you are saying. Summary of the amount of work completed. How much work you have done? Let's say 25 user stories. What work remain? And you can easily see how much work remains.
Okay. Agree.
You need to make everyone, you need to make burn up chart, burn down chart, Kanban board, task board, earned value analysis by your hand at least one time, so that you should know. That's why I keep on saying, please make mind maps, do flows, follow the process, guys. We have 157 certified PMP, and there has to be something with the process, that our process is working. Okay, so we need to work on this thing. We cannot move like a gender person, like having no idea what the question is, what we need to happen. We need to be very specific. Like, this is the question, this is the answer, why this is the answer, why not this is the answer. Okay, then we can clear the exam, we can work on this. All of you are doing an excellent job, there is no doubt in that, but we need to work better. Yes, Santosh?
Yeah, actually, in that question, it is given, right? He wants to know what is the remaining work. Yeah. Burn down chart goes in the other direction, like what has been completed and not what is remaining. So ideally speaking, burn up chart should be an option. This is what I understand.
Okay, let's work with that again. First of all, Santosh, every other option is useless. The
Correct,
first
right. No,
thing.
that is agreed. That is
Okay,
agreed.
so
In
the
these
question
things,
says, no. He's requested a summary of amount work completed. Burn up chart shows amount of work completed and
correct,
what work remains. And burn down
correct.
shows how much work remains. Okay, brother? Not one, both of them. Any one of them would have worked there. Okay, so he is asking both amount of work done, burn up, amount of work remaining, burn down. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Assam, you have answered the question.
Ji, Amer bhai, I did.
Okay, anyone else
First
who has
work.
not anyone who has not answered the question?
Me, Chakra.
Chakra, you didn't answer the question.
No, Amer.
So you just gave the wrong answer. Okay,
No,
go ahead.
I didn't
Yeah,
answer.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What course of action should be followed to address the new risk identified? Take no action until actual risk is realized. Fully analyze the risk and submit a change request to perform integrated change control process. Hold an additional meeting to inform the entire team of the new risk and develop procedure to mitigate the risk. Assign a team member to implement a solution to eliminate the risk. So it's directly saying what course of action should be followed to address the new risk identified. Like, we'll fully analyze the risk and submit a change request to
Well
perform
done.
integrated change control.
So here you don't even have to go to
Yeah.
read the question. Well done. So guys, that's from everyone. All of you have answered the question, and I had no idea why everyone has turned their video off. Yeah, Vijay.
Sir, can you please show the last question and this one, sir, question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So guys, keep up the good work. We need to work on tomorrow, same time, 10 p.m. I will be solving the question. So probably 5 or 10 question depends. Or you can vote on the group. How many questions, and people watching on YouTube, they can vote also on YouTube. How many questions should I solve tomorrow? Same time, Pakistan 10 p.m., India 10:30, Saudi 8, and UAE 9 p.m. I will be solving the question. So you can comment how many questions I should solve, and I will solve it according to that.